If you have problem with blobs and/or strings while 3D printing, here's some explanations and recommendations. First, if you have changed mainboard or bought used printer, it's best choice to check wiring of cooling and heating components. I had same issues with my Ender 3 Pro when switched 1.4 board to Big Tree Tech board. Next potential problem is extrusion. If you have open extruder, check position of gear and is it properly tightened. The spring should provide good tension and the bearing should rotate freely. Next variant is settings for extruder and slicer application. Depending on slicer of your choice, there might be different default settings, so it's a good point to check them. Find extruder settings in slicer. First important settings, retraction. Retraction controls how much and how fast plastic should be retracted to prevent leaving material on printed parts. For Bowden extruder, retract distance shouldn't be greater than 7 mm and speed not greater than 65 to 70 mm per second. For direct drive extruder, distance from 0.2 mm up to 1 mm and speed 35 to 40 mm per second. If previous points not worked there, two kind of similar problems, but they have different reasons and results. Overheating usually lead to blobs. When the printer changes position, overheated plastic can leak out of the nozzle and leave a lot of plastic. Many different types of plastic are available nowadays, and for each manufacturer, you should use different temperatures. Cheap thermostats might lie to you, or the firmware can be compiled for another thermostat. Undercooling, another problem which usually leads to strings, but if there are problems with cooling hot end, can lead to blobbing. The reason for the threads is that the plastic does not have time to harden and remains partially attached to the nozzle. Most of cheap printers, and even some expensive, have low-quality coolers. To make sure that the problem is in the cooling, you can increase the minimum cooler power in the slicer settings. If this helps, then it is worth replacing the coolers with better quality or even more powerful ones. For example, on my printer stock cooler, it works fine with PLA, but if I print PETG, the cooler doesn't work at all. For some reason, when the load is less than 50%, the cooler can't work. Thanks for watching. Hope this was useful.